Well, here you can see the making up the passenger side fender apron inside the passenger side front fender. Now, I'll tell you now, this here was actually fun and never let me make. What you see is a little half round stock being applied for the overall lip. That was actually, what you see right here, is it was on a Road Dodge Charger of that genre. Now, I will put like this here. The passenger side and the driver's side fenders are completely different from the Dodges. Here you can see a good shot of the both sides. Let's see, the driver's side would be off to your right side here. Here's a better shot right here. You see how they look. Now I'll put this here on the real Dodge Chargers and on the Mopars of this genre. That's actually how they look in design. Now you see on the apron pieces that the driver's side and passenger side is a little bit different because on the driver's side there's a lip that sticks out where the battery tray bolts onto. There's those little clip-like things that where the bolt goes down to. It's like a clip-on nut thing right here. I'm not exactly sure what they're called, but you bolt them on. They just clip on. Well, as you see right here, you can see that the passenger fender has an indent going inwards, and it does not look something like the driver's side apron does. Now, doing the engine bay on this project was actually real fun because none of them actually existed yet. Now, I did have a follow fan ask me on another platform about how did I correct the doors on this project on this 1/16 scale. Because I guess a lot of fans like to do the same thing. Well, the same way I did the hood. Sir, the hood was done in the same formation that I did the doors with. You see, I actually removed a hairline of plastic up the whole shell. Once I moved the shell up a little bit into what the shell should look like. Now, you can see right here where I was testing the hood out with thickness. Now I'll put this here. Doing the fenders and also doing the hood was actually a real fun part. Because, like I said, getting the thickness of the plastic down to where it should be also meant testing the grill out and the radiator support out. Now, here you can see right here, this is actually from the kit. Now, the shell has actually already been worked on. And as you can see how far up the hood sticks from it. Now, the kit is a good kit, I will say that. But the thing is that plastic is a little bit too thick for that project, because when you put it together, you get a wide body and everything, and it just doesn't contour too much to what a real factory stock Dodge Charger would look like. Now here you can see the indent of the aprons. Now the thing is, everybody's indent you see right here was actually done by hand. No 3D at the time that these were made. And PIP, we like doing things the old school way. It's more fun and it's a labor of love. And what you're seeing right there is actually an old grill that actually had laying in the parts box. I dug it out. I thought, why not use it as a mock-up instead of using a good grill? And with this being a good build and a high-grade build, detailing, well, I gotta take easy work details and things. Now here you can see what I was saying about earlier, a few seconds ago, about I removed some plastic off the shell. Well, here you see the driver's side is then primered with color place primer, and the other side, the passenger side, actually was primer too. But I actually had to take and sand it down a lot down on that. To actually, you see here, it's kind of hard to see these photographs right here. But if you look close, you can see that I actually had to shave at least a hairline of plastic off the hood just to get the contour. And I'm gonna say now, the hood design is actually in the plastic. It's actually there, but you just gotta carve it out, sand it out to get the details that you want to make it look realistic. The kit is, I'm gonna put it like this here, on the edge of being realistic and being cartoonish. Like that, it looks like a cartoon, but if you actually take something and put a lot of labor and love into it, you can actually make it look like a real Dodge Charger. And that's what this build is based on, is a straight stock version, not a NASCAR one. And you see right here, I start working on the passenger side to the driver's side, and you can see the driver's side is actually looking at something to get there now. Now, the reason why I actually use gray primer is this: if you try to go white on white, it actually plays with the eyes. If you look someplace out and try to look back, everything like blends together. So using the gray color is actually easier on the eyeballs. You can actually see where you're working at. Now, right here you can see how much is actually sanded off. The gray is still factory, and the white is where it's been actually removed, and you can see in the white part is actually looking like a charger hood now. The details are starting to come out now. It doesn't take very much to get the detail. It doesn't take very much whatsoever to get the details out, Now here you can see where I actually primered the hood. So that way I can see the details of it is still needed and what is not there yet and what is actually there. Now, a lot of photographs like be posted that way you can see details and for me to do the commentary so you all can understand what's going on with the build and what takes place in steps of it, okay? But the interior was a whole new fun project, to be honest. Because I start with the old postage sign and I start easy laying out things like these signs and stuff like what the charger should have inside. Now here you can see, right here is all the holes, is actually bolt holes, and what actually was is in a real Dodge Charger door interior pattern on the door panels that we came out of a road car. Exact same things, this car is being built realistic, so keep on that track. But the fun part is actually engraving the lines, drilling the holes out for certain things to come up in the future clips, and to make the interior look like what the real Dodge Charger interior looks like, I'll tell you now, the kit one is nowhere near stock by no means. To get the interior done, I had to actually start working with the front end and work all the way through the interior because the interior piece actually mounts into the engine bay area. And like I said, I like to jump back and forth on projects when I build them to keep me inspired and inspiration going. Here you can see where I actually carved the divider bar out and start working on the front grill piece too. And there's also a piece between the hood and grill, like that is what we call a top plate, where the hood actually latched onto. Now, as you can see right here, there's some black lines drawn in the white evergreen. That white evergreen was actually purchased by our sponsors for the build here. Now, I'll put this here. The build is being built to represent a real car. And to do these, I actually had access to a real TV series car, and actually made was taken off for them to actually get these done here. Now, as you can see right here, the map pocket was actually done out of I think it's on the center part right there. But if you look right up to your right, you can see a little right there of the square piece. I actually glued a couple of them together and actually engraved the piece out to make it look like a vinyl is actually looping around like it does in the real part of the real Dodge Chargers. And again, all those holes was all drawn up by me. Now here comes a dash. It was actually an old dash from an old project, prototype one that was actually being done about a decade ago. And with the dash being halfway there, but never used, the project was never actually ever off the ground. And this project was actually off the ground. We decided not to use the dash for a template in this build. Now, as you see right here, each one of those strands was actually glued in place, and it was actually walked in place. Everyone was eyeballed out, and at every end, if you look, you can see glue. I use Loctite long neck glue, the liquid watertight. I don't use gel cut. But here you can see where the interior pieces are starting to go together. Everything was actually scratched out here, just so you all know. Now, here is the beginning of the armrest bezels. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, so please don't roast my butt if I am pronouncing that term wrong, please. But these armrest bezels was actually flat evergreen that our sponsors bought, and I'll put this here. But you see right here in front of you, the big white piece is actually what it was. I just easy carved out the design and to make it interlock.